Welcome back to Med Audio. If you're watching my channels, you know how much I start to love headphones and headphones amplifier. And today I have for you another interesting headphones amplifier that actually is more than interesting. And I'm speaking about the SPL Phonitor XE. In the past I already reviewed some gears from the German SPL company, like for example the SPL crossover for subwoofer. So if you need help to integrate correctly a subwoofer and a hi-fi system, go to watch the video because that's the next level. And I'm already actually testing the SPL Phonitor stage. Review coming soon, so stay tuned. I always notice something in common between SPL gears, how much they are clear, with a great dynamic, transparency and an amazing musicality. And the headphones amplifier of today, it has no exceptions. So please sit down, relax, take some minutes and let me break it down after the jump. When it comes to design, SPL is absolutely a master. I love the vintage styles that is also modern at the same way. The front panel is available in 3 different colors for every taste: black, silver and what I call SPL red. That is absolutely my favorite. The metallic chassis look really solid. Great materials for knobs and switches with an overall assembly that is a class A+. It's not small like for example the hi-fi deck that we reviewed some weeks ago, but it's also not so much big. A desktop size that it fits on my desktop without any problem. On the front panel we can find the input source selections that give you the possibility to switch between 2 analog stereo inputs, XLR and RCA, and digital input like USB, coaxials and opticals that are all located on the back panel. On the front panel there is the CROSSFEED sections. There is so much to say about it. It is in my opinion the magic of this headphones amplifier. I had to do just one video dedicated to the CROSSFEED because it opens really a new world for me. So please go to check the video about why you probably need the CROSSFEED to understand better what is CROSSFEED and how it's working. I receive a lot of comments regarding people that think that CROSSFEED is for listening, so simulate the hi-fi environment when you're listening with headphones, but it's absolutely not like that. It's only regarding to get a realistic stereo imaging rather than a one that is fatigue and unnatural. So please check the video and let me know. Volume knob is incredibly precise with a perfect smoothness and can be remote controlled with any infrared remote control. And actually I tested with my Rotel ALCD player remote control. You will need to do a easy setup learning sections where you can choose any 2 buttons for up and volume downs. After 10 minutes with the help of the Phonitor XE manuals I figured out how to do it, so it was not too much difficult. But in the end you can control the listening volumes from distant positions with any infrared remote, so beautiful. Next we have XLR balanced for pin and single end 6.3mm headphones output that are also available on the back panels with a front switcher to switch between them. That is really useful if you're planning to compare for example 2 headphones. And in the end the stunning vintage VU meter displaying the input level for the selected source. And now a little bit of history. The original Phonitor was presented more than 10 years ago, specially made for professional users that need to mix their music with the benefit of the CROSSFEED technology. Today the Phonitor family is composed by the Phonitor 2, new versions of the original Phonitors for the professional markets, Phonitor X preamp and headphones amplifier and the Phonitor XE. And in the end we got also the small Phonitor SE, that we will compare it also later with the Phonitor XE. It could sound a little bit confusing, too much gears, but basically Phonitor XE and SE are headphones amp only, where the X and the XE have both balanced and unbalanced output. Balanced, for who don't know what is basically the twice of the power, because it's using an amplifier for every channels. It's basically the XLR connectors with the 4 pins or the Pentacons 4.4mm. The Phonitor SE and the Phonitor XE are available with and without digital to analog converter, so you can also save some extra bucks if you want. And actually I did this test. I tested the Phonitor XE with an external digital to analog converter like my RME Adi2 DAC or the hi-fi DAC Signature V2, but I didn't get the musicality that I was looking for. So be sure to have a DAC that is superior to the SPL DAC 768. Phonitor XE is built around the SPL DAC 768, composed by the famous digital to analog converter AK4490EQ, the Hasaike Sei reference audiophile high-end digital to analog converter. Maybe some of you will remember the fire that affected the factory in Japan in 2020. That make it actually very hard last year to find this type of chips on gears from this company. But as I know, the things are going better now and the company is again in production. So we got sophisticated components in the Phonitor XE with big toroidal power supply, dual low-pass filter and the Voltaire technology. There is a lot to say about this technology and I will let a link in the description. Basically, the operation amplifiers are operating with a bigger voltage, plus minus 60 volt rather than the conventional 15 volt, for more headrooms, dynamic range, and less noise and distortions. So something really interesting and unusual that is coming directly from the professionals to the consumers marketing, where the SPL has years and years of experience. Sound quality is built around one of the most important factors in my opinion, that is the musicality. It's smooth, dynamic, ultra clean, precise and has an effortless authority. But let me break it down. Bottom end is firm and precise, still natural but with probably a slightly but pleasing harmonic coloration. It's more soft rather than aggressive or punchy. Deep and relatively dynamics with a great definitions. Listening to Dominique Eulberg, I got a sense of substance, harmony and serenity at the same times. It is something hard to achieve in a bass control, especially when you want a warm bass that never prevails over instruments and vocals. Mid-range is clean with an amazing intelligibility, what I like to call a pitch black mid-range. Natural, transparent, realistic. Instruments and voices are holographics with body and presence, no matter which songs or music genre you are listening for. Voices are reproduced in a faithful way with an incredible textures and precisions. You can visualize the body and the physical presence of who is singing, with a shine spotlight on the overall mid-range rather than a spotlight only on the artist, that make it the whole sense realistic and balanced. Definitely an A+. Village Ghetto Land is a good example of a perfect balanced contrast between a lot of instruments and the beautiful voice of Stevie Wonder. Treble are well extended, incredibly composed, never fatigue, even at high volumes. Absolutely not bright, forward or laid back. Nothing is emphasized and everything sounds very natural. There is something that I really appreciate on the Phonitor XE when I tested with my Hi-Fi Man HE6, where on other amplifier could sound, the treble could sound a little bit metallic, on the Phonitor XE will sound really natural and realistic. When I test treble, my first songs in the list is always Miles Davis' Concierto de Aranjuez from Sketches of Spain's epic album. Between trumpet, percussive snakers, cymbals and a lot of instruments, the XE was impressive in terms of never being sticky or busy in a high complex songs like this, and bringing music to life while creating a sense of air and emotions around instruments and vocals. The reconstruction of the soundstage is really good, and sometimes I got this feeling to have the instrument placed in a horizontal field and vertical rather than inside your head. But where Phonitor XE has, in my opinion, no competitors is in the imaging that is, oh god, laser focused. Incredibly resolving with a separation that places instruments and vocals only like the best sound engineer can do. And if you had the CROSSFEED, oh, that's a War Machine's headphone amplifier. Epic. I was testing the Phonitor XE with some headphones that I have here at home. With the Sennheiser HD 800S I could appreciate this warm sound that I was looking for, because actually this type of headphones could sound a little bit fatigued if paired with other amplifiers. Probably you don't need an amplifier that is too much aggressive or punchy, and with the Phonitor XE was just perfect. Then I paired it also with the Focal Utopia, and here I got really an high-end setup, was amazing. Soundstage and imaging was incredibly precise. Then I paired also with the Dan Clark Aeons, the red ones and the black ones, with the red ones I didn't got any problems, sounds incredibly good, but with the black ones I got some distortions in transient response. So I will say be careful if you pair it with a very low impedance headphones like Dan Clark Ions that have something like 13 ohm, so very low. And then actually I was sad, very sad in beginning to discover that the Phonitor XE was not able to drive my HE6 hi-fi man. That is a really hard headphones to drive. Okay, not really hard, but it's hard to drive. As soon I didn't read the manuals of the Phonitor XE, because after 2 days, where I was actually a little bit sad about it, I saw a picture with a bottom view of the Phonitor XE with a deep switch. Okay, wait one moment, what this deep switch is doing? By using the deep switch, can you increase the level of the headphones output of 22 dB? Whoa, I'll say, okay, let's try. I tried it and I got all the power that I was looking for. I compared the Phonitor XE with other amplifiers that was available here. Compared to the RME AD2 DAC, the Phonitor XE has more body and is more warm on the bottom end. RME is slightly brighter, punchy and aggressive. So when I tested for example the hi-fi man HE6 on the Phonitor XE, I lost this metallic that was present on the RME AD2 DAC. And when I compared the 800S on my RME and the Phonitor XE, I found it on the Phonitor XE more warm and less fatigue. Compared with the HDV2, we got less difference in the overall tonality, that is really similar, but the XE is still incredibly superior in imaging and soundstage reconstructions. That is incredibly impressive with a clear and precise placement of each individual instruments. And in the end I compared with the smaller Phonitor SE, where the overall tonality I found that is really the same, but when I paired it with the resolving headphones like the Sennheiser HD 800S and the Focal Utopia, I got overall a cleaner sounds when I had to crank up a little bit more the volumes. And on the Phonitor XE you got also the balanced output. That is something that I really prefer. So in the end I was really sad that I had to give it back, so much that probably I will considering in the future to buy one for myself. It may not have an affordable price, but it's worth every single penny. It has the ability to bring lives and colors of any type of headphones, that together with the magic of the CROSSFEED represent a careful look from SPL company to the audiophiles, headphones lovers world. Everything is in the right place in this small box that is so huge and big inside. From Med Audio is everything. I hope you enjoyed the review of today. See you soon with an amazing content made for you. Subscribe to the channels to support my work, and peace.